Okay, I'm showing up in your inbox on camera again. How are we liking it? What are you guys thinking? I just want to be able to connect more fully with you guys. And I think sometimes when you can see and hear, as opposed to just like reading written, you can kind of hear the inflection in my voice and maybe it's more helpful. Will you respond back to this email and let me know either way? If you're like, freaking Amy, stop sending me videos of your face. That's fine, just send it to me, it's fine. You can still be on my email list. I'll maybe adjust, maybe I won't. Maybe you're the minority, maybe you're the majority, I don't know. But if you would provide your feedback, like I would really appreciate it. Today I wanted to just do like a brief overview about holding open houses. Are you guys holding open houses? I'm going to give you a little bit of a framework, and for agents that are in my group, I'm going to go really, really deep on this. If you're in my group at EXP, and I will link up exact things I use and share my exact scripts. But here I'm going to keep it a little bit more brief, but also give you a framework that is hopefully really helpful to you in thinking through why this matters. For me, in most instances, if I understand the why, I'm like super motivated, like nothing will deter me. And so, I don't know what that is. And so I want to make sure I frame this out for you so that you understand why we're doing this. Two things. Number one, this time of year, the market naturally begins to slow, especially, gosh, in Arizona, it doesn't as much, but especially into like middle of October, is when you really, so like we're about a month out from that, is when you really start to feel the slowdown where people are now have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of those things like on their radar, and they will kind of push moving until the first of the year. So what you'll end up seeing is a lot of agents will just take their foot off the gas a bit. And I would encourage you to put your foot on the gas pedal this time of year, because studies show that clients, buyers and sellers, while they know a dozen agents, they literally only decide between two. And so part of it is always staying top of mind. But you want to be staying top of mind in a non-aggressive way. That's what I'm trying to say, in a non-aggressive way. So open houses are a great way to do this. Open houses are a great way to expand your sphere of influence, to meet new clients, and to be prospecting in these slower months. So if you are a new agent, or you're just getting back into real estate, or you don't have any listings right now, what you're going to want to do is you can cold call and cold email agents and say, hey, can I sit your listing? You will have some agents that are forward thinking and be like, sure, without any hesitation. If it were me personally, I would like an agent to like have a little bit of a relationship with me if I'm going to allow them access to my listing and to sit it open. Just ultimately, I'm responsible for the listing, and so I think it's helpful if you have a little bit of a relationship. Social media is a great place to form that relationship. So if you are in a different area, find those agents who hold the listings that you want to sit open, or the type of listing that you want to sit open, and form a relationship with them. There's a lot of agents like right here in my neck of the woods that if they texted me and said, can I hold a listing or hold it open, I would not hesitate to say yes. I'd be like, sure, because I have a relationship with them. So consider that when you're reaching out to agents about holding open houses. Also, the other thing to consider when you're wanting to hold an open house, pick a good listing. I had someone reach out to me about holding a recent listing of mine. It was listed at like $900,000 and it was behind gates, and someone kind of like, I had a lot of cold calls or cold emails about, oh, can I hold that open? No, you can't. Like, I understand that they're trying to break into that market or they're just starting out, but that's actually not even beneficial to that agent, because it's difficult to access, it's behind gates, and it's a narrow market, right? And when you're hitting in that like luxury, it's relationship based. It's not, it's just not random, if that makes sense. And so it's forming that relationship. So if you're just getting started, I would actually try and pick something. In my market, I would pick something that's about the $500,000 range, that's not behind gates, because you'll get a ton of traffic through there, and those listings, those buyers and sellers tend to move more quickly. That's what I'm trying to explain. On the luxury, that time process on a luxury listing is much more lengthy. It's much more lengthy. And so if you're trying to get some momentum, you want to pick a listing where buyers and sellers are moving quickly. In my market, that's 500, that's about like 350 to 500. I would zero in right there because you will find that it turns pretty quickly. Okay, so going to the open house. There are 3 types of people that come into an open house, and let me tell you who they are. The first person that comes into an open house is the actual buyer. Okay, but there's only one of those people. There's only one buyer, and he might come in on your, what is going on? He might come in on your open house, or she might not. But if that buyer comes in and they're unrepresented and you can represent that buyer, well, that open house was really worthwhile to you. The odds of that happening are fairly small, but it could happen, and I would look for the opportunity of that happening. The other 2 groups are the people that you really want to focus on. And they are the neighbors. The neighbors are coming in to have a look-see, and they're coming in to have a look-see because they're thinking about selling their property. And so that's an opportunity for a listing. And then the next group of people that comes in are buyers without agents. And if you can capitalize on some of those people, that is also awesome. I will tell you that at one of my open houses, I have pulled 5 deals from an open house before, and it actually, I'm thinking through it to be sure, and it actually all stemmed from one person coming in. One person came in, and then I did their deal, and then I did their mother-in-law's deal, and then I did their other mother-in-law's deal, their mom's deal, and their mother-in-law's deal, if that makes sense. And then it just like referred out to other deals that they were working off. I sold their house, I helped them buy their house, and so just from one open house. And they were a neighbor that came in to check and see. And so when you're the agent holding the open house, you have to figure out how to categorize who is coming in the open house and then serve them. Go ahead and respond with any questions that you have. I'm hoping this helps you frame out your open houses a little bit better and actually kind of motivates you to seek them out. Like, go for it. Don't sit on the sidelines and wait for deals to come to you. Go out and find them and pick up that momentum. And as you have that momentum, more deals end up coming to you because people see you out working and signs up and things of that nature. I'm going to end this one here and jump into my group at EXP and really go deep on my exact scripts, how I promote my open houses, and make sure I keep track of who is who so that I can serve them after the open house. As always, if you want to make an appointment to have a phone call with me about joining me at EXP, if you're ready to scale your real estate business, EXP is the place to do it. Don't hesitate. I'll leave the link to schedule a call. Talk soon.